Man. Man, you know what, man? I mean, for somebody, man, they done took, man, the Ravens, man, they be on me, though, bro.
Yeah,
they be on me hard.
No doubt.
Hey, they don't let nothing slide.
I think the Ravens fan base be harder on me than the Cowboys. And y'all know I be killing the Cowboys. The Cowboys are 0-3 at home. The defense have given up 44 more points in 2 of the losses. The turnover bug has bitten Prescott yet again with 6 interceptions through 6 games. The running game is an NFL worst, 72 rushing yards per game. Okay, my bad, 77.2. No,
yeah.
Hey, Ocho, them 2 inches. 77 yards, 2 inches.
Damn.
Oh, hell no.
Man,
we know we definitely need Derrick Henry or somebody that can stretch it, and we lost and we dropped the ball on that. We seeing what Derrick Henry is doing. I think that the number one problem with the Cowboys will be the need to be right, and let's go from Jerry Jones to Stephen Jones to the fan base as well. Everyone wants to be right, but let's listen to more what they had to say.
But look, and I think the thing is Troy. Mike, you do realize that Troy watched film too. That's a part of his job. His job is to watch film.
Yeah.
And he knows when a receiver is busting it. Mm-hmm. He knows when a receiver how he's supposed to get in and out of break.
Right.
What we call transition.
Right.
Yep.
I mean, bro, instead of getting upset about what Troy say, fix it.
Yeah.
See, guys, we tipping.
Yeah. And
guys know when you get in the ball, you busting your ass.
No doubt. So the whole argument is what happened and what transpired yesterday, far as Kevontae Turpin calling out Troy Aikman, who is a Hall of Famer, by the way, and he's saying that it's outside noise. Well, the outside noise or the outside information is better than what we've been seeing from the inside. The Cowboys are ranked 32nd in separation. The Cowboys' creativity is very much so bland. And on top of that, the wide receivers just collectively are not making an impact in this particular game. And on top of that, when you look at everything, we all know from these things that wide receivers can make impacts to change a team correctly in the right way. So what we're seeing and what Troy Aikman is stating is that these are things that we need to improve on. Now, granted, 2 things can be true, right? And we can point out obvious on certain downs where wide receivers do give it maybe they're all, right? But it's still not enough to tilt the scale over, and not everybody's lying. Not everybody's lying.
And you're not, it's a run, or it's going to somebody else. We can't have that.
Right. And you know it holds even more weight, obviously, for being a player and played the game, but then calling the games and seeing it for yourself, or watching the film and seeing it for yourself. And you know, anything coming out of Troy's mouth, not only does it hold weight, but it's factual, based on what he's seeing.
Yeah.
And I think Mike McCarthy doesn't like Troy's words, but the words that he's saying is based on what he's
I don't think they'll move Myles Garrett.
All right, before we go into the Myles Garrett conversation to rule the nation, I just got to tell you guys this, that, you know, I get it. People will say that Troy Aikman, some will say that he's lying, or some would tell us that he's not telling the truth. Let me ask you this. What would benefit Troy Aikman for lying? What would ultimately benefit Troy Aikman for telling half-truths? Right? Because that's even a lie. You know, partial truth equals a whole lie, right? So what would benefit Troy? Troy ultimately want the Cowboys to win. It's not like he want the Cowboys to lose. Just sit back and think about it. What will benefit Troy Aikman for lying on Kevontae Turpin? What would benefit Troy Aikman for lying about Jalen Tolbert, Jalen Brooks, CeeDee Lamb? What would benefit him from that, right? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. The man don't have to prove a thing. He don't have to prove a thing to any of those boys that's out there on the field. He don't. So ultimately, all they had to do, and especially Mike McCarthy, is take constructive criticism and say, hey, let's prove it. Not with the film or what happened 2-3 weeks ago and saying, see, he was open, see, he's innocent. No. Prove it this weekend on the field, on the grass, with the X's and O's. And if anything, Troy Aikman words may light a fire up under these players to give them something that they can tangibly hold on to now. Because that's one of the things that's been very absent with the Dallas Cowboys. The ideology to be able to get things going. And hopefully Troy Aikman words will start to marinate into the minds and sink in to the hearts of those players that's out there. And especially the guy that's calling the plays. Prove it then. That's all we want. Look, everyone have a reason, but results are what matter. So Mike McCarthy, he need to take advice from anything and everything, because the inside noise is not loud enough for us to get the results. Think about this. You're 32nd in rushing. You're 32nd in receiving separation. Your offense collectively is 27th to 28th in the National Football League. Yes, we are 3-3. We're blessed to be there. But if you want to have a turning point, wake up, offense. I get it. We can give the defense a little grace, a little mercy. And before we play this Myles Garrett thing, maybe that could be a situation for us, right? But we know for sure that the offense can play better. They don't have injuries left and right, knocking on wood, like the defense.
But some fishing has taken place. Anyone can call. Cleveland has already moved one key contributor, 6-time Pro Bowler Amari Cooper. Cooper was set to become a free agent at the end of the season. While Garrett still has 2 more years on his contract, he recorded at least 14 sacks in each of the past 3 seasons. Ocho, should the Browns move on from Myles Garrett?
I mean, at 1-6, with his with such a high caliber player, I think it would be good for him at this point in his career, to be on a contender, to be able to give a team and to be able to bolster a defensive team that is contending, for a championship or a ring. I think it would be a good move for him, to be with a team that has a chance to win. So
I would move him.
He probably wouldn't come out and say it, but I'm sure that's something he would like, a fresh start, and hell, look, a chance to maybe win a ring or make a run in the playoffs really far.
Myles Garrett wanted to be a Dallas Cowboy. He grew up loving the Cowboys, and I know money is in the way. I know egos is in the way. Like I said, the need to be right is our number one issue here in Dallas land, especially with the Joneses. They want to be right with their selections and their movement, and they want to be cheap. They want to win it ultimately their way. But if you really think about it, and if you really sit back and say to yourself, all right, I get it. You got to pay Parsons next year. I understand Myles Garrett to a degree, 14 sacks consecutively in the last 2 seasons, right? He's one of those guys that you can look back at and say, man, he's a dominant beast. But how long and how many times are we going to continue to try to scrape the bottom of the barrel, trying to pull up success? And I know even a trash can get a steak. But this is the ultimate time for you to sit back and say to yourself, let me make an impactful move and go grab a Myles Garrett, even though it's far-fetched if the Cowboys would ever do this. But think about this. Law probably won't be here next season, right? It's the end of his contract. I know you may have a whole different coaching regime, but the need to be right need to just sit back and understand that we squandered a lot of good chances and opportunities. We could have picked up Matthew Judon for dog food money, right? We could have literally signed Derrick Henry, right? Right now, the Ravens look damn near unstoppable now that they got things rolling in the right direction. And they AFC team, But the NFC is not like the NFC. It's not reachable. We're 3-3, and I get it. I like what Washington doing to a degree, but they can be defeated, right? They don't have the juggernaut of defense, what most people think, and I get it. The damn Eagles, I understand. But they can be beatable. They can be beat, right? They're beatable. Let them have their parade of beating down the Giants. But we have an opportunity to strike right now to get a generational talented guy that you can match up with. Parsons going to get back, and now you have Parsons, woo, and Myles Garrett. Oh, come on, man. And then you can still have Kendricks doing his thing. Defense win championships, and then we got Bland coming back, baby. Diggs. It's going to be nice. He's going to get better as the season progresses. This would be the ultimate chance.
I would move him.
But where? That's the question.
What's the best package? What's the best package I could get?
You know they need a DN over there in Detroit. You said Mac Crosby. What if LA don't want to let Mac Crosby go because he identifies of what a motherfucking Raider is?
Yeah.
How about Myles Garrett?
But at this point in time, when you're losing Ocho,
yes, sir,
is Myles Garrett or Mason or Crosby, Max Crosby.
Yeah.
How many wins are they going to get you? They'll probably be more value with draft capital because that's what you need. You're in rebuild mode.
Right.
Now, I don't know the situation with Deshaun, but they're probably going to move on from that situation and probably have to eat $170+ million in dead cap space.
Yeah.
What are you going to do, Ocho?
Shit.
What are you going to do?
Hey, that's a tough position to be in as a GM, to being as an owner, whoever makes that call in general.
Man, the Cowboys need to make that call and hope that we can find a team that's willing to burn it all down and get something back in return. We can't hold on to these draft picks forever, right? You got Chubb that's out there that could be on the trading blocks too, right? If the Browns doing a fire sale and they got things for wholesale over there, Jerry, instead of shopping at the flea market, Stephen Jones, Jerry, go on over there and get something real valuable. Man, like a Myles Garrett. Post me your thoughts. Post me your concerns down below, Cowboy Nation. That's all the time that we have for this moment. Be sure to hit that like button, share this content. Let a friend or a neighbor know where to go when it's time to tune in to Cowboy Sports Talk and Beyond. Give me your thoughts on what we just talked about today. DC for life, not for short. Let's get it. Salute. I'm out. Peace. Yeah.